Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first game of Gopherwatch League. I am your host and caster, Ward, joined by none other than our color caster, MuffinLumps, and we got FedoraMaster behind the scenes. Muffin, are you excited for your first cast today?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to do all the coloring, all the casting. It's be great. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
what are your thoughts on color casting?
Okay. So honestly, it's a pretty complicated process.
Mm-hmm.
The color cast basically happens when a visible color tint to an image, usually referring to one that is unwanted. Will occur when white palette or if there is like an inaccuracy in a color, which contaminates the overall color. Quite interesting.
Is that the Google definition?
Yeah,
Oh boy.
I got
Oh
Google.
boy. Well, we're excited for your color casting anyways, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it's going to be absolutely amazing. But the game we have tonight, I mean, it's going to be an absolute banger for our first game. We have the Welsh Whalers versus the Pokhara Pusheens, and any character or any players you are going to look out for in this match tonight, Muffin?
Okay. So there's a couple of players we're looking out. We're looking out for Mikey, season 3 MVP, and one very scary person to go up against. My opinion. I die a lot to him. We're looking at the rookie player Gopherwatch. He's quite high in SO, so that's gonna be crazy to look. We're looking at Space Muffin also. He's a new rookie to the scene, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting overall, and I believe we're about ready. The first map, I think, is going to be Lijiang Tower, and I think we're going to be going in 1 or 2 seconds, but any compositions you
o-
excited to see ran here?
okay. Well, I'm a Rush player, Lucio player. You gotta love it.
Yep.
You speed in, you go room. Uh, it's the best. There might also be some pharmacy. That might happen. You know.
Yeah, guess it all comes down to which specific map it goes to first, and it looks like
Yeah.
we are going to be going in to probably the best map for Pharah here. I'm interested to see will Scent actually decide to run the Pharah. I know we were talking about that before our broadcast. That
Yeah.
Scent is a very dominant Pharah, so I'm excited to see the Pharah. I see if it comes out or the Lucio, and it's the question of whether they want to run sort of like two main supports or one will be answered in a second here as we get to see the choices here. And it looks like we have Neo Palladius and Nuttier both on the Lucio character, and sadly, no Faras or no Mercies.
We're looking at some classic dive. We're gonna get some jumping. We're gonna get something, but dive with Moira instead of Anna, so the a lot safer. Actually, we're getting a switch to Anna, so we'll watch out for the Anna being dive mostly. That's gonna be a big part of this.
Yeah, it looks like the Pusheens are really gonna look to build up coalescence here. It's gonna be all on Bronx, the ability to get the coalescences. It is an ult you can build up a little bit faster, but it looks like Corey just jumping in, putting in as much damage as he can on the Winston character here, and just looking to do a little bit of poke, maybe trying to get some picks. But for the Pusheens, Mikey just doing a serious amount of damage out on the Tracer, and that's sort of the advantage to having Tracer in a situation like this, the ability to sort of play around angles. And of course, you have Grigmail on the Genji and almost built up the blades, but unfortunately, Bronx gets the pick onto Neo Palladius, and Purple Jesus gets the DMAC as well as the full elimination onto Nort. So that's going to force the Whalers to back up, and the Pusheens take the point at first.
I think what happened was basically the tanks dove on the Lucio and he died. We're looking at some Genji Blade action now.
There's some Genji Blade action from Grigmail. Not really able to find anything. It's going to be Mikey and Rebro actually being the first people to get these picks here. And they're able to sort of re-sustain with the bubble out from Purple Jesus there. And that's a great job by their team leader, because I think that was a really clean fight. And they have the ult advantage as well, as Cole and the visor was used on the side of one team, but bomb coming out as well as the Reaper ult from Nathan, just trying to gain some space control on the point here. Not really able to find much yet. Trades going out sort of both ways, and it looks like the Pusheens are still in control of the situation. But just to say that Centurion gets the pick onto Mikey as Space Muffin goes down for the Whales here. It's a pretty scrappy fight as of right now. Primal Rage is invested by the Winston and just trying to create as much space as possible. Picks are still going either way right now. I believe it's going to be pretty even, but that's going to be Centurion and Corey both picked out there, and it looks like the Pusheens should be able to stabilize this point.
They went, they're still actually going in. It's, Corey might get, picked, and, they're going to get, massive boof on Neoplatis. Actually, slam Purple Jesus. So, the team, if they quickly group up, they're close to a fight, they could actually go in.
Centurion's gonna use the tactical visor here, trying to get as many picks as possible, but Nathan absolutely shutting down Grigmail. Another Reaper ult comes out for Nathan. This man has built up so much power, so many ultimates already, and doing so much work to just contain the point. Diva Bomb also coming out from the team, not really finding anything. Opposite Diva Bomb comes out the other way. The remake kill on to Nathan, but the Rebro's Diva Bomb takes out Neopladius. This Grigmail finds one, but Rebro getting a second as well. Rebro's on an absolute tear as Purple Jesus just trying to boop anybody out of the way, take as much control as possible. The only people on point are going to be Nort and Cent, just trying to stabilize as much as possible. Corey finds a pick onto Nuttier though, hopping in, and Neopladius is now back to stabilize the team here, as well as the demeched Nort Logic, but ults are being built up, and it looks like the Welsh Whalers are staying pretty strong. Fight's going pretty evenly still. Remake trying to come out from Nort, but not really able to find anything. Rebro also gets the remake in. Nathan finds one, Corey finds one as well. Another Reaper ult from Nathan. This man is absolutely insane at building ultimate. Rebro does get demeched and Nathan does get shut down. This may be the opportunity for the Whalers to sort of stabilize, take the point, but no, they're still going to contest. They do not want to give it up yet. You have the jump in from Purple Jesus trying to find anything to sort of solve the point, but eventually it will go over to the Welsh Whalers.
There was a lot of ultimates used in that fight, and it was quite a long sustained fight. I believe, like, due to the overall focus of the Welsh Whales, they managed to run that, and looks like another dive already.
Yeah, another dive in already. It looks like Purple Jesus is going to use the Primal Rage, but Primal Rage also comes out from the other team, as well as the Visor, as well as the Beat. They have built up bomb to Centurion, gets picked, and Grigmail switching off to the Reaper, trying to get as many picks as possible. Both Diva Bombs invested there. Nort gets the remake onto Nathan. Grigmail finds a pick there, and now it's going to be the Welsh Whalers, who looks like they're in complete control here. They get one pick, they get two pick. They're shutting down the Pusheens now.
Overall, they did use they pressed the Q button, and they don't really have any ultimates. They basically they won that fight definitely due to the amount of ultimates used. What's big is the other team has about 2 ultimates going.
Yeah, 2 ultimates going, and you can see the beat invested by Neopladius, as well as getting the boop off onto Nathan. They're absolutely clinical with those picks, but yeah, that's just gonna be, I think, the advantage for their team. But Nuttier finds one onto Space Muffin with the boop off. Rebo is just gonna reset, and if I'm on the Pusheens here, you just gotta reset, you just gotta take one more fight. But at this point, I mean, the Whalers have built up a lot of ultimates.
Yeah, they're going to Corey's going to be slamming. They're also going to have a coalescing, so they're definitely gonna call in, and they're probably going to be to counter off maybe the Reaper ult.
Yep, there's the call. There is basically all ults that can be pressed, being pressed at that very moment. Visor comes out from Sen, just trying to find a pick, actually picks up Mike right here, but Rero gonna jump in, see if they can get any value. Nathan gets in, actually manages to build, but no, they're not gonna be able to contest, and even though they may have been winning the fight, it's gonna go to the Welsh Whalers on the first mat.
So we're looking at a C9 there. Probably just like just basically shut them out due to the amount of like coalescence, and also Corey on the monkey just pushing them back really made it so they couldn't touch the port. Feel sad for C9 because um um uh
I mean, yeah, they're doing good in the fight. Like,
yeah.
they could have maybe won that, even though, but like, you always have to be calming which players are touching, which players aren't touching. And with a new team, it's got to be hard to do. You haven't even built up that team chemistry. You've maybe done like 1 or 2 scrims at most. And that's what's really going to be tested in this first match, the team chemistry, how these players are able to compete together, and how the leaders on the team are able to sort of stabilize their team and make the right calls in the right positions. And Purple G's with the fire strike onto Nort Logic, absolutely just dominating him on that. But Grigmail finds a pick onto Bronx. It's gonna go 1-1. Nathan also getting shut down, and seems like the trades are just going even as of right now. It's going to be on Purple Jesus and the Diva on their team to sort of get onto point and take some control. But it looks like Nort's already back, and Nort is going in completely bubbled. Is swinging the hammer there, and Welsh Whalers are able to sort of stabilize this point.
I mean, you can. I think overall Centurion did a lot that fight. As you can see, the difference between Ultimate from Centurion, who's about 100%, while Nathan's at 50%. That, and also, yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, and due to the overall like differences. Oh,
looks like the fight is going out, and oh my gosh, Nort Logic gets 5. Grigmail picks up the 6th, and I mean, those are all used, but like, that's crazy fight.
Space Muffin with the biggest like nade ever. That was just, ooh, that was spicy as hell. Ooh, that was nice.
It looks like the Shatter's gonna come out. They're not gonna be able to find anything. The Shadow comes out from Purple Jesus, though. They find some, and we may see the exact same wipe going the exact opposite way. Team kill on the back of Purple Jesus right there. He finds everybody with the help of Nathan, and that's just one ult to just beat them all.
Yeah.
The Shatter finds 6, and they take that.
Yeah. Overall, we're going to be looking for the Nano. We're looking for some Reaper guy, maybe some spin to win. Reaper Nano might be coming out.
So it's going to be the Reaper ult actually finding 4 there onto their team, and this is just going team fight after team fight. I mean, Mikey found one with the extra bomb on Neopalladius, but I mean, that's just another clean team fight win on the back of Grigmail. Right now, the DPSs for these teams are absolutely showing up.
Yeah. We're going to look about like when it'll be used, because that's basically one of the first sets.
It looks like the BAP lamp, or the BAP window, is going to come out from Nuttier. Nuttier actually starting just to play on keyboard. This is going to be his first game on keyboard. We're used to seeing him as a controller slash console player, but showing that he can be dominant on the keyboard. He can also hit his shots, but Nuttier, you got to watch your back here. Gets absolutely obliterated by Nort Logic as Nort just comes in, uses the Shatter, finds 1, finds 2. The grab also comes out. All you have to do is swing there. The Nano comes out as well onto Nort. Nort just diving in, trying to create as much space while Grigmail sort of cleans up the scraps. And this should be, unless they're able to get a touch, it should be the game for the Welsh Whalers.
Victory.
It was looking to be on the Pusheens' favor the first part of the map, but the Whalers definitely came back. The 2 maps, I think it was overall due to like some overall good plays on like most people on the thing. Space Muffin got like some good antis overall, like yeah.
I mean, it feels like, I mean, we obviously had an amazing play of the game right there, but it feels like any of those, like there could have been like 3 or 4 or 5 plays of the game just on Control Center alone. Just on Control Center alone. Like, don't you agree? Because that was just straight up just domination. Whenever they got one, they got the entire team. And if that is at all like preluding to the action we're gonna have in Gopherwatch League, I'm so excited for these next few games and this entire season, because those are some of the craziest plays I've ever seen as somebody who's a little bit newer to Gopherwatch or Overwatch in general, but still enjoying it. And I believe we are also going to be heading into a break very, very shortly. We will actually be right back, and we'll probably just give you all a little screen to just look at. But we'll be right back with Game 2 and more Wales versus Pusheens action. Hello, everybody, and we are back. Looks like our next map is going to be King's Row, and I think we're going to be hopping in about 1 to 2 seconds. Yeah, Pride is R right there, so we should be hopping in at this very moment, and we got King's Row, and what are your expectations for this map between the Wales and the Pusheens, Muffin?
Okay. So what I'm expecting, okay, we're looking at some like, so Mania Moon got subbed in first of all, so we could get some Mosi Pocket because she's really good at Mosi, so we're looking at a Mosi maybe sent on like 4. That could be a bit interesting, or we're going with the classic Rush, which we're looking at. We're looking at some Rush. We're looking also for sent to get some good walls. Wall off basically all the team except one person, and then we're looking for the starting pick by Mikey out on Widowmaker to see if he can hit a shot at the beginning of the game. That's also
Yeah, it's really gonna all come down to the Widowmaker at the end of the day. Like, the Widowmaker is the information for the team. It's like the eye in the sky, basically, and it's very integral to sort of getting the initial pick that you need.
Yeah, it's mostly to see if he can get a pick. He's probably gonna switch though.
Yep, looks like Mikey is looking for that pick, but Nort has shield up, playing in a great position. Wait, actually, what is Grigmail doing? Just sitting in the background. I don't think anybody on their team knows that Grig is just flanking their backline here. He's trying to get some value onto Nathan. I think the team's caught them out now, and Grig sort of has to retreat, but this currently has their team split, and something else that has them split is going to be the Maywall that comes out right there, splitting off Purple Jesus and a few of their teammates, but Maywall does go down, and the picks are actually going in the favor of the Pusheens there. They find Nort, and that's going to be their main tank down, but Sent doing a great job backing up with the team, getting the pick onto Mikey as well. but at this point, I mean, they are, the Pusheens are basically stabilizing.
Overall, I think, yeah, there's a few players they're struggling, but they do have 3 they could push back, but it seems to be one-sided. I think that was overall due to
Objective lost.
Greg Mayo maybe being out of position, which made his team move forward to overall that the wall allowed the wall was great, but then Greg Mayo did that. Speaking of what, Greg Mayo gets picked again by Nathan, who's hitting his shots. But yeah.
Yeah, the pick onto Nathan there is gonna slow him down a little bit, or I think actually Grimmail getting picked there is going to sort of slow down the Whales a little bit. You can see Nort just holding the shield, just trying to play near the end of point B here and just push them off when they have their team. Grab does come out as well as Shatter from their team, and they are gonna get a few out of this. And also going to be coming out both ways. The free Blizzard's going to come out from Scent as well as Coalescence. They should be able to find something from that, but it's only going to be Scent finding the pick on Purple Jesus. But Repo trades right back onto Scent there. We have Repo trying to chase back their team, trying to push them off. It's going to be Nathan on point, able to sort of control, contest. Finds 1, finds 2. Mikey gets the 3rd onto Mania Moon, and now they have to back up again. I don't even know if they're going to be able to contest this point.
Well, that fight happened due to that Purple Jesus just slamming the Lucio, which then made Corey's team rush. Yes.
Yeah, and it looks like the fight's gonna come out again here. Nadia places down the lamp as well as Nathan trying to use tactical visor through it. It seems like the ults are all just mistimed for the Whales here, and this rush composition is just absolutely dominant. Purple Jesus just running back up, and they have so many ultimates to utilize here. Well, their other team has just basically already used everything.
Yeah, they have to play an ultimate fight, and basically make the other team use as many ultimates as possible. If not, it's gonna.
Deadeye from Mikey right there finds 2. Rebro finds the other one, utilizes the grab to do it as well, and that's gonna be more and more and more. A Centurion trying to contest that Reaper. Can't really contest it.
Yeah, unless they can get a person on point, this is going to be they did manage to get a couple on point.
Yeah, Mania Moon, Neopalladius touching Centurion also on Tracer to try and touch Corey on ball, seeing what they can do, but at the end of the day, it was nothing. That was one of the fastest King's Rows I've ever seen. They get point C, and now it's going to be on the back of the Whales to see what they can do.
I think those final 2 fights, the Whales didn't get enough ultimates to like contest them, and didn't the other team, the Pusheens, didn't use they didn't use 4, which gave them enough time to have 2 really clean fights at the end of the match. Yeah.
It's kind of sort of felt like to me that the Whales just like kept getting sort of like staggered over and over and over again. And obviously I don't know as much about Overwatch as you do. You've been playing this game for a lot longer than I have, but it just felt like there was something up with their team and how they fought together. It felt like when people were behind Nort, they were behind Nort for like no reason. But Purple Jesus, when people were behind him, you saw that Mikey was able to do so much work. Nathan was able to do so much work, just absolutely fragging on the back line of the Whales just because they had that confidence, they had that control. So I'm interested to see what the Whales change here.
We got Mikey on Hanjo. We got we got some soldier on high ground, so they need to get him off. If not, gonna get free poke in, so that's gonna be a bit rough. And yeah.
Yeah, Soldier's a very scary person to have on high ground here, and kind of create a lot of control. But you can see D.Va already on top of it, diving their team, but Purple Jesus finds Corey already, and now the Whales are going to be down 1, make that 2 as Nathan gets the missiles on descent right there, and this allows the Pusheens to sort of stabilize in this fight, sort of push back the Whales for a little bit. Well, Corey and Ascent reset.
They're going for a quick reset, even if Greg Mayo died, but I think they're now backing off, probably waiting for him. They have to then go for Nathan again, and hopefully, if anyone gets picked, the fight would be over, especially if it's the Lucio, so to watch out for that.
Looks like Cole is going to be used to initiate, but it's going to be the BAF window utilized to sort of kite that aggression there. Shatter does come out by Corey, not really able to find much, but gets the previous pick onto Bronx, as well as Nudio. That's going to be both the supports of the Pusheens down right there, and it's just going to be Nord and Centurion to sort of clean up the scraps on the fight, and they should be able to cap this point.
I think due to like the call used by Mania Moon, there was a lot more sustained that fight, and that's the reason the Rayos did well. Speaking of which, that's a massive shadow, like absolute decimation by Purple Jesus. They're definitely going to be holding as close as possible, either force ultway or even closer. And we're having some the funny business. Rubio might have stayed in hotel, but he decided to back off.
I felt like Corey was getting a little bit too aggressive there, sort of playing for space that they didn't have. Obviously, you want to try to push through choke in this point, but it allowed Purple Jesus to get an amazing shadow there. Grab comes out, as well as Dragon, but not actually
Grab
able to
got
find
eaten!
two.
Grab got eaten!
No, that's actually crazy. Grab getting eaten there by Nort Logic, but it looks like it's still going to be the advantage to the Pusheens in this fight. Corey able to reset, sort of going in a little bit too far. As you can kind of see there, and it seems like they just have to push through choke again.
Yeah. We got some funny business with Gregor Mayo going around. He's going straight in the corner, but massive bomb, and we got a flank going on. But
yeah, I'm liking how the Whales are taking this fight. It seems smart, it seems calculated, it seems like they're on top of what they're doing, and they're just taking them out systematically, one by one, controlling the already small space on the map.
Yeah, they overall basically pinchered attack with Google Mail in the back, the two in the front, and they only need, and North with a massive bomb really just opened up that fight for them, and the Pusheens crumbled. Yeah.
But they'll also look at the ults too.
Yeah, they have everything. This is gonna be a crazy fight.
This is going to be a crazy fight. You can see the ultimates being used there, but Purple Jesus instantly straight back to the Shatter, finds some, allowing Mikey to hit the Dragon, getting Neo Palladius, the Centurion with the Death Blossom there, able to find one. Deadeye as well used. They really want to cap this point. They're going to use every ult, every Q button to sort of do so. Team kill, and that's every ult and the point B for the Welsh Whalers.
We're looking about the same time pick for both teams. They seem to be attacking teams. They're very good, but both of them are sort of crumbling on the defense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we often see Kings Row push to the point C, the third point, but we do see the grab come out, actually finding almost their entire team there, and that's going to shut down Corey, allowing Purple Jesus and the rest of their team to sort of go up, sort of take some space, and if on the Whalers, they got to reset. You can see them running tail behind their legs, just trying to get out as best they can. Neo Palladius also getting picked, as well as Grigma Mail there, and that's okay, though, because they can still build up ults, right?
Yeah, they definitely are going to try to just build up ults this fight. We're looking at bomb, and also they're probably gonna call in. Mikey going for a Dragon to divide the team up.
Dragon actually doing a great job of dividing the team up. That lets them get the picks onto Mania and Corey and Nort. That's gonna be the team split in half, fractured, and basically taken out with ease.
The Dragon was huge and actually split off the team, but I don't think the Shadow was useful. I think they could have won that just by Dragon alone, but decided to use Shadow.
Looks like more ultimates are going to be coming out here. The Visor and the Lamp versus the Coalescence. Nort trying to get something with the bomb, unable to find anything, but it's going to be Corey with the Shatter and another bomb. It feels like when one whale uses their ult, every whale uses their ult as a team, as a group, and they're just able to get another clean team kill.
We also got some funny kills. We got a boop by Neopladius. We got a remount kill. Not going with those remount kills over and over. It's great. Fantastic.
Mail trying to go for a flank. He has Deadeye if he's able to do it. He activates right here. Is he going to be able to find anything? No, the Bat Lamp's going to absolutely cancel that out right there. And Purple Jesus takes out Grigmamail, but Sound Barrier does come out from Neopalladius there. They're going to be used that to try to take some space. Grab invested by Rebro. Corey able to find some off that. Sen tries to invest in Death Blossom, but it gets shut down by Mikey. It's just going to be Nort left on the point, but absolutely eaten alive. And now the Whales have to reset, and they only have one or two of their ults.
They did use a lot of ults, even if they were down 3 players, and they did have 2 minutes on the time break, so they should have just sort of reset there, rather than just using a bunch of ults. I think they thought they could finish it out. Oh, massive pick on Mikey, but massive shadow by Corey. But
Corey Shatter not really finding that much there, as Purple Jesus just allowed to sort of progress. And now, if I am a Pusheens fan, I am excited because they've built up a lot of ultimates here. They have a lot of firepower, and when they use their ultimates, they like to time their ultimates right. They like to play them basically the smartest they can. Like they're just gonna be starting to progress up here, sort of take some space. Only 60 seconds remaining, so you gotta make a move now. It's gonna be the bomb. Bomb actually finds 2, but Corey gets picked in the process by Rebro. Now it's gonna be on the back of the tanks, trying to find as much space as possible. What can Sent do? Sent gets shut down. Neopladius trying to go for the ambitious boop, not really able to find that much. The Visor by Nathan. Diva just trying to eat as much as they can, but now they're going to be pushed off the point. Only 30 seconds left. This is sort of going into one fight territory here.
We're looking at a respawn advantage for that, because the yeah.
Both dragons.
But massive shadow, but no really follow up to it. And Purple Jesus is just slamming over and over. It's crazy.
Yeah, but Neopladius gets the boop off, sends somebody off the map, as well as getting the beat. Bronx, on the other hand, getting their DMAC. Nathan just trying to hold down with that BAP window, trying to take as much space as you can. You gotta touch the point. It's gonna be Sent, and Corey just diving in. The Cantaloupes, the season 5 winners, just trying to do whatever they can, but they both get shut down. Maybe it's not as dominant of a team this time. Mania Moon gets the touch off, but it's not gonna amount to much, as I believe this map is going to go to the Pokhara Pusheens.
I think it was like overall the like focus and over like the positioning difference between the Pusheens and the Whales, the Welsh Whales, that really was the difference. And overall, yeah. No, for Mikey did get some really good dragons and kills in there. Though not, I would say, did get some massive bombs in that overall fight. And yeah.
What did you think about the ult use from both teams? Because it felt like when the Whales used ults, it was like all the ults at once. And I'll just let you talk about it because you know more than me.
Yeah. Wales, it was, they got the ult and then they wanted to win a fight, so they just pressed the Q button, coalescence, everything went out, and then like the supports would use one after the other, which you only want to use one support out. Well, sometimes that would also happen with the Pusheens would use a lot of ults, but there was other times where they managed to hold back and only use, say, for the final part, Mikey basically only needed to use Dragon to win a fight. They were a bit more reserved rather than the Whales, which mostly just overloaded like Torbjorn on the ultimate use, you know.
In terms of swaps for the teams, looks like we're gonna have Space Muffin come in for Neopalladius on the support line for the Welsh Whales here. So if you're, I think the Whales have the choice here. What map do you want to choose for the escort map here?
Okay, if you're getting Mania Moon and you get it Space Muffin and you put in Koi on DPS, we're gonna see some funny motion shenanigans, I would say, with Mania Moon and maybe that. But if they go like a sort of like a dive map, we're going to see Mikey Echo, so that's a there's definitely gonna be some Ash gameplay probably by Koi and Mania Moon Pocket in, but they will have to deal with Mikey plus maybe a mostly support on that side, and we're looking at some classic dive mostly, unless some funny business happens.
Yeah, it looks like the
I'm
map
betting.
choice is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar, and probably a couple updates from both teams. Seems like Frosty's internet died, so as we saw in the chat, probably temporarily cut there. But another update from the other game going on: the Emma Skies lead the Troubling Trout 1-2-0 as of right now. So, take that how you want to take it so far. These are the first matches, and I guess the other significance to that is that's a gold versus gold match, and those maps will have actual sort of reparations on who makes the playoffs compared to this match, which is different than that. This match is going to be the Maroon Division, Pokhara Pusheens, versus the Gold Division, Welsh Wales. So if you sort of know who's in your division, that's going to be the matches that matter most. So you could say this match has a little bit less effect. It will mostly be used for sort of deciding tiebreakers if needed.
Oh yeah, it's also sort of like color difference. We're looking at the color casting again. You see, you got that off sort of that off-white, which, or like you could say that the colors aren't mixing well. Two golds will actually give a benefit.
It always comes back to the colors at the end of the
Yeah.
day. That's all it is. It's just colors.
Yeah. But yeah, we also got another swap. We got we're gonna have some Nathan on tank and Purple Jesus on DPS, so we're gonna have some fun stuff. So both of the tank players are decided to do some DPSing this match, which is gonna be very interesting. The both captains are going to try to shoot those shots. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, and center is on tank, which is also very interesting. Um, yeah.
Also, if you are currently watching in our Twitch chat, I believe we are going to be getting some predictions set up very, very shortly. So if you have any ideas for predictions, or you just want to tune in, use some of your whatever they're called, I don't even know, the channel points that you get, maybe donate to the Booney cosplay stream too. Big shout out to that. Yeah, just make sure you sort of vote on the predictions. We'll be interacting with them a bit here and there, but yeah, third map's gonna be Watchpoint Gibraltar, and I believe these are gonna be the team lineups, and I believe we're about ready to hop into the game. So interested to see what these two teams bring. This current score is 1-1 as we are entering this map.
Arriving
Uh,
at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
uh,
Initiating
All right, looks like we're
match.
going into the match here. And hello, Paige. We do see your highlight, or your hi to casters and pride. Thank you very much for using your channel points. And make sure you vote on the current prediction that is out right now. Who gets more final blows between Grigma Male and Mikey? Currently, on at least my time, it is 60% on Grigma Male, 40% on Mikey.
so as you can see, I managed to predict. Ooh, that there's gonna be the funny Mosi character with the ass pocket, and we're actually not looking for any sort of. They're going very hard dive. We got Lucio dive. Let's go. Actually, they're switching from Lucio dive. It's
Rip.
now just I don't know. We
Mirrored
got
support
some
line.
ass pocket on ass pocket. Let's go. So
Five, four,
watching out for
three,
the ass
two,
dynamites, you know, for
one.
like
Attackers
All right, and I believe we're going to be going into a comms check with the Pokhara Pusheens here as they are on the attack. So we're going to hop over to that right now.
Let's stop dive top right on Ash.
Shot.
Okay.
Hang again. Okay, I'm jumping up
I'm
top.
reloading.
Three.
Yeah, he goes.
Okay. On their Ana here. Ana's one. Just
Mercy
getting
low.
popped.
Mercy half.
Yo. Genji's one.
Monkey's low.
I gotta drop. Okay,
We're
I'm
dead.
jumping.
Nice
Yeah, on the
combo.
Genji.
Monkey on me.
Genji one. Genji dead.
Nice. Diva.
I gotta
Oh, he's
Card,
dead again.
low.
Monkey low.
I'm gonna try to get some card progress here.
Yeah.
Mercy half.
You will this is mostly on the dive characters and the ass pockets, tank versus tank, and we're talking about tanks. Bob just got slammed in, and he's going in the back line. Yeah.
Bob just trying to do whatever they can in the backline there, sort of create some chaos. And I know we we're just talking about it. It's going to really come down to what the tanks are able to do on timing. And then it's going to be Corey and Purple Jesus, the captains for both teams, both pocketed ashes in this situation. So seeing what value they can get here.
Yeah. Corey's playing the low ground. Well, the overall, we're also talking about the high ground of this thing, seeing which ass manages to get to the high ground to basically get better angles. Right now, the Pusheens are, and Bob was used by Corey to stall out the point a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this use of Bob just to sort of create some pressure on the point, but somebody else is going to create pressure. It's going to be the Diva Bomb from Rebro picking up Space Muffins as Mikey goes in. It's going to be the Nathan with the Primal Rage trying to just juggle the support line as much as possible, but actually gets shut down by Corey there. It's going to be Corey and Sent, the dynamic duo, trying to sort of stabilize this point solid for as much time as they possibly can. The Diva Bomb does come out from Sent. Is it able to find anything? No, nothing off that, but Centurion with the remech onto Mikey there. That'll do something to sort of demoralize them. They're also going to invest. Oh my gosh! Shut down by Purple Jesus. Grimmail falls there. Purple Jesus finds one. Purple Jesus finds two. The entire Elim feed is just Purple Jesus as he finally does get slept there, but absolute domination.
I mean, overall, Purple Jesus was just sitting on that high ground for so long. He was just shooting shot after shot. No one was dealing with him. He was just bullet gun, you know? Yeah.
I mean, that's what you gotta do in this situation. But Corey finding the instant pick onto Purple Jesus, that's gotta be the player of their team you want to take out at this point in time. On point B, they still have 3 minutes to sort of contest, but that means you have to invest some ults to sort of hold on. And Bob is invested as Blade, invested by Mikey here to sort of take out any of their squishies. Not really able to find much other than Grig Mails with that, as Mikey gets one onto Centurion, the remech or the DMech, and the full elimination there as well. Mania Moon also goes down. It looks like the Pokhara Pusheens should be able to get point 2 here.
As we look at like the overall like damage dealt on like the two supports, we're looking at the overall we got more damage on Space Muffin side, but a bit less of like healing, while on like the overall tank line, we're looking at the overall damage block being a major factor.
I also gotta remember, we gotta be watching the final blows from the two players we have predictions on. I believe that's gonna be Grimmail and Mikey. So keep your eye on that on the side here, but also keep your eye on the Diva Bomb. Not really able to find anything. The Whales doing a great job of sort of just like watching it, keeping their eye on it, and making sure they don't get blown up by that. And looks like both teams have sort of stabilized at this point, and you might see a few ults used. Both teams have 2, but it looks like the Pokhara Pusheens are close to a lot, and a lot of ults should be coming out in this next fight as Bob invested on their support line here. Means that Bronx and Purple Jesus have to sort of reset here, have to sort of make some space as well. No trades coming out yet though.
We're looking at some. Oh, Nano Blade slams in, but due to the boop on Corey, he managed to boop that off. And Greg Mameo is just sitting on high ground, shooting down.
The Grigmail also utilizing the Deadeye to clean up a pick right there real quick, I believe. And getting one off that. You got Nathan also just diving in, seeing how much burst they can create. The Bob is going to be invested by Purple Jesus as they are getting close to the end of the point, but you want to be able to clean this up quickly. Otherwise, you won't be able to sort of use your momentum valuably. But with Scent coming in with the Nano as well, just doing some absolute genius work pushing them off the point, and this should be a nice reset from the Welsh Whalers, and they should be able to regain some control. All right, I believe we're going to be going into a comms check just to check in with the Whalers right here, so we're going to be hopping over to them right now.
I can look to slam backline here.
Dynamite. Watch out, Monkey over Anna. Forecast.
And Ash knows I'm here. Going in 3.
Jason recall.
2, 1.
Bombing this.
Come on, dude. Big bomb,
huge.
bro.
Diva, Diva burning.
Go for us.
Diva dead. I'm gonna
You can stagger her.
I'm gonna go behind.
No. I'm gonna
That. Why am I all
give
the way
us some
there?
haircuts.
This might be a little scuffed. I can't contest Ash as easily. I got.
Using that like Cassidy thing. Difference and overall like he's on like 7 different angles. And
Yeah.
we're back. Whoa.
And we're back, 7 different angles, more like no different angles as the Rhine Shield completely boxed off the Diva Bomb there from Rebro. Rebro gets picked out and is going to decide to make a switch off there. Mania Moon actually getting the Velk off as well as the Rez off onto Corey there, but Mikey makes sure that Corey isn't alive for much longer, absolutely shuts him down there. Centurion just trying to stabilize here, trying to maintain, and it's getting into sort of one fight territory for their team. Grigmail using the Deadeye to sort of block them off, and yeah, now it's going to be officially basically one fight territory as Norton Scent just trying to stabilize, trying to hold them back.
We do have a switch to the Hanzo, which is going to be interesting. So we're looking at a no ultimate versus no ultimate. We're going to see who builds ones up faster right now. And yeah.
Nort was the closest to an ultimate, but he's actually the one that gets picked down. Next is going to be Scent, who is, all eyes are going to be on him basically to sort of be the tank, to sort of create the space for their team. As Scent finally does build up ultimate, uses it instantly on their backline, see if they can get any value, and he's going to find one onto Purple Jesus. That's the pick you need. That's going to push them off the point, and they're going to be able to stop them before they get to point C.
Yeah, there was a lot of momentum at the beginning, but as soon as they got to the final point, which could be due to defender's advantage, having players be able to get closer spawns, and overall due to like the difference of like Corey switched off of Ash while Purple Jesus stayed on, giving a lot more burst fire to the team. And be able to shred the Winston bubble, and which caused the Diva Bomb, meaning they won the final fight.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, amazing job by Scent there. What do you think about these team compositions that both teams are running here?
Oh, we're looking at some funny echo thing. That's so if that's gonna be something Purple Jesus has to deal with. And we're looking both at some Genji gameplay, so that overall means the tanks have to be able to go back, and Purple Jesus, like the previous sort of cap, has to basically boop away Grig Mameo, and over all there has to be good, might even get some sleep in on the Genji, which could be cool.
1.
That could be cool. We're very excited to see what happens here, as it is going to be the Whales on the attack, just jumping up, Scent and Nort trying to create as much space as you can. And when you have Corey on Echo, you can be very versatile with exactly where you want to go. You can see Purple Jesus instantly backing up when they realize that they have the power to sort of jump on them from any angle. It's going to be Nort, Scent getting in there again, seeing if they can do anything. But Purple Jesus finds the first pick on to Space Muffin somehow. I don't even know how he hits the shots he does sometimes. But Corey trades back one. Now it's gonna be the Whales just seeing if they can sort of restabilize, but Bronx getting the res on Nathan's gonna make that a lot harder.
Yeah, overall, like, they have to manage to get, like, Purple Jesus from, like, his sort of, like, a box in the corner. If not, they're gonna just get, shot without actually doing without actually moving space, because he's just getting free damage this entire fight, and Mikey's just shredding them.
Free damage is coming out, but free space feels like it's being given to the Whales there, as they managed to push the point all the way underneath the bridge. Even though they might not be winning the fight, they're still getting value on these trades basically that they're taking here. But it seems like it's going to be somewhat of an ult advantage for the Pusheens here.
Overall, like, it's common for the boat to be pushed to this area, but as soon as it gets past the bridge, that is very hard to get back in. And Mikey going with the crazy play, 2 already, 3, 4. He's going.
He's just built different. He's just insane. Nathan and Purple Jesus there to get the follow-up, and that should be basically a complete team wipe for the Pusheens there. And yes, you're right. Yeah, you definitely know more about this than I do, because they're able to just clean up that, and absolutely no progress for the Whales. Looks like Corey gonna be duplicating Genji. Already gets it built fully, but the bomb's gonna come out, seeing if they can find anything. Corey finds one. Corey finds 2 with the blade. Scent able to pick up another one as well. This is gonna be their ults coming out, and I think this is gonna be basically every ult, just like we've seen them do before. They use Velk, they use Nano. When one of them presses Q, all of them press Q, and they basically push off the opposing Pusheens.
So we're going to be looking for a Bob stall, seeing if, like, anyone is able to touch. Mostly we're looking at Monkey and Think to go in, and some
great picks there for the Pusheens, but some trying to stabilize with the bomb there. Finds Bronx, and that's gonna be their support line. Push back a little bit as Space Muffin also does go down. Let's see how long the Pusheens are able to hold out here. Scent on the point right now, but actually gets shut down by Mikey. And even though they don't have supports right now, they're able to sort of restabilize. Supports finally able to get back, and actually gonna be able to get the res onto Nathan as well. That's gonna be huge from Bronx, but something else that's huge there is gonna be the ult from Grigmail gets shut down by Purple Jesus. That's gonna be huge. Absolutely insane by Purple Jesus there.
Yeah, overall that fight, the first fight, they managed to stabilize due to, like, the a few of the people from the Whales pushing in a bit too far, and then second fight was overall Purple Jesus just shutting down Greg Momeo, so they couldn't push forward.
Looks like they have one more chance to sort of recontest here, but it's going to be a very hard recontest to make when you have Mikey just taking out basically your entire backline. Gets antied. Doesn't matter at all. He finds Corey. He finds Space Muffin, but Nort on the point. Doing some huge work, trying to push anybody off if possible. Not able to do so. Diva Bomb invested to sort of control the point, and that's going to be the map 3 win for the Pokhara Pusheens.
Yeah, that first point is ridiculous to get past of. Overall, like, doing that, and overall, due to, like, the nano blades coming out, Purple Jesus just holding his on like this ass, like, shutting out Greg Momeo like twice on, like, nano Genji was absolute insanity. It's fantastic.
All the medals do go to the Pusheens there. Purple Jesus, absolutely insane. Deserves all the credit that they have been. The aim, the shots, it felt like every moment was just clutch for Purple Jesus there. And that's sort of the dominance of the captain of the Pusheens just showing up on Watch Point Gibraltar. And now it's going to be a 2-1 lead for the Pokhara Pusheens. And I'm interested to see how the Whales are going to respond to this.
Yeah. So for the Whales, we got we got to see like what Koi is gonna like pull out here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see too. I believe that we do have a score update for the Emma Skies versus the Troubling Trout. It is 1-1. The Troubling Trout do win their first match of Season 5.5 in Gopherwatch League, and that's good. It shows us that teams are balanced, and we're having some very, very exciting games on both this match, as you can all see, and on the other match as well. So hopefully we get to check that game out as we are going in here. Do we know who won the prediction also?
I I need to get the. I don't have the stream up.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
I guess we don't know.
Oh no. I don't have the booty box. Oh no. You know. Let me just check out the chat. See who did better with final blows.
I believe that Greg Romeo did have more of the vote going his way. And
Yeah.
Mikey had a little bit less of the vote. But Mikey's team did end up winning that map. So I can see it going either way.
But I did see Mikey get some really big nano blades out there, so
True.
so yeah, could be either. Honestly, I would think it would have been Mikey, but I could be wrong. That's just from what I saw in the gameplay. Don't actually know though.
Hey, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Or you could just vote on the next prediction. That's the other thing you could do. Just vote on the next prediction, see exactly what happened, and use your channel points, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. The channel points, like I have, how many channel points? I have 7.7k channel points, and I'm going for more. I'm going for the most channel points in Gopherwatch League history, best villain in Gopherwatch League history. Like all of these awards are just gonna come to me.
What?
And we do get the information that Mikey did win 11-23. Wow, 23. That's actually absurd. Mikey, you're right about the Genji blades. Those were crazy.
Yeah. What? You're 7.7k channel point? What about the Booney cosplay?
I've been donating. I've been donating. I swear. Every time.
What? I don't have any channel points. All it goes to Booney cosplay.
All of it should go to Booney cosplay at the end of the day, honestly.
Yeah, and we got some Nobani going out, maybe. Yeah, maybe some Nubani, maybe something. Maybe video 2CP, because 2CP is a great gamer with a lot of great things, like, and you know.
Yeah.
And that.
GCP. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a very interesting game mode. I wouldn't say great, but I'd say it's a game mode.
Hey,
that you play sometimes.
You know, an hour and a half thing for a draw is a really good and balanced game board, you know?
Yeah, very fair, very fair. I was just watching the Boston Uprising versus the Houston Outlaws, the first game of Overwatch League that I've watched, and it's a very dynamic game. It's going back and forth, and typically it goes to, first to 5, but that one's went to a lot of ties, mostly because of 2CP. And I believe we got both readies from both teams here, so we should be hopping in. Numbani, what are your predictions for this map, Muffin?
Okay, so Numbani, I want to see, we haven't seen it yet. Mikey has not touched Echo, which is a bit interesting. This entire game mode, so this series, I'm wondering if he's going to pull out the Echo. And we got tanks, so we're looking at some dive again. which is in, and we got Neo Palladius back in, so we're probably looking at
Ready for battle.
ooh, we're looking at some brig gameplay to stop the dive. So we're going to see the dynamic between sort of Space Muffin and Neo Palladius, seeing if they could counteract that dive. If not, that's gonna help, and we're gonna see if the overall tanks of North and Centurions can stop the thing. And the Mikey yeah, he,
On Echo,
yeah, there was the Echo that I was talking about, and we got Ball, and ooh, we got some Ball gameplay from Purple Jesus, and we got some good old-fashioned Diva. So we're gonna see if yeah.
The Centurion was absolutely clinical on the Diva, and you can see the switches kind of went out for both teams. Purple Jesus switching back onto the tank line, but Corey staying on the support line, and that should be the person that's going to be putting the most focus onto Mikey and doing the most work. As you can see, some initial trades going through, nothing really big happening yet.
I mean, the Wales were definitely looking at this because they have two hit scans against Mikey's Echo, which is they were planning for him to play Echo at this point. Yeah,
that's the advantage to sort of the research, the knowledge that some players have. If you've had a player that's been playing in the league for a while, you kind of predict what they're going to do, but you cannot predict good gameplay as Mikey just picks up North there. But Corey gets the pick onto Purple Jesus. D-Mech comes down onto Cent there, and looks like it's going to be a huge tank advantage for the Pusheens. They're just pushing up onto point A.
So we're looking at some basically the bunkered in down here. They no longer have any tanks, so they're basically all the DPS and supports are hiding up there. But we get Cent and Nord coming back, and yeah.
Yeah, Cent and Nord coming back, and they're going to be integral to sort of creating the space. So is Neo Palladius getting the final blow onto Purple Jesus there as well.
He did a really good job protecting Space Muffin throughout that thing. I think Vibio dived them, and Neo Palladius managed to counteract that die on the brig character. But they did get one tech, so if they won another fight, they're going to be probably moving off to the push section or like the cold section of the map.
Yeah, but to have another fight, you need your team to be fully up, and Purple Jesus going down there again, not sort of moving right with the team there. They already do have a take on point A here, but it's all going to come down to whether or not they're able to fight it as a team and utilize their ults at the right time. It looks like the ult advantage is going to the Whales right now, as Visor is used, but Corey shut down well visoring, and you typically don't get to see that. The bomb is coming out as well. Let's see if they can create any space. Not going to be able to find any picks, but Reaper's going to be able to hop onto point, and they do have, or they are starting to build up control as Nano and Belk are both used from the Pusheens.
So basically Mikey did Mikey things and just got a bunch of good sticky bombs that pushed out. Purple Jesus was looking in a rough position, being left to the high ground, but due to the overall burst damage of Echo, they managed to get a few picks to basically steamroll the rest of the fight.
Speaking of a few picks, Nathan Purple Jesus finding one on both the supports there. They seem to just be ensuring that they have the longest walk back, the farthest reset, and Cent just, you gotta get out of there, Cent. You gotta regroup as a team, because in my opinion, that's gonna be the main problem for the Whales. They're taking fights not as a full six, they're taking it isolated as ones, and Norton and Greg also falling there.
That actually mostly happened due to half the team getting the false spawn and half the team getting the sort of closest spawn, splitting them just due to spawning. So it was mostly, they could have maybe walked back faster, but sort of the Pusheens were ready for that, and they sort of pounced on the people with the late spawns.
The Pusheens are ready with the ult. They use the nano. They use the visor as well, creating as much space. Wait, is that a nanoed? Mercy? Wait, hold up. I don't know if I'm seeing that right or not, but maybe just trying to get some value with that. They do get the first checkpoint there. Neopalladius trying to use the rally to find any value they can. The Deadeye does come out, gets one. Centurion gets one, but at this point, they've already lost the point, so yeah, you can stall as long as you want, but they have all the time in the world and the quicker reset here.
Yeah, and somehow, both teams press the Q button a bit, but we're looking at another timer. We're hoping for Sen getting a good Diva bomb, and we're looking at double Ryan action.
Yeah, double Ryan action here, and double Ryans can create so much space, so much control. Mikey just running up on the enemy team. Space Muffin, what can you do against an entire Reinhardt? It's gotta be so hard. Visor utilized by Corey, just trying to stall this as long as humanly possible. The sleep comes out onto Rebro, but the res onto Nuttier is gonna ensure that the Pusheens are able to stay up as a team, stay alive, and fully cap this point. That's gonna be 3-0 on the map so far for the Pusheens.
Yeah, it was a weird,
0 to 3.
it was a bit of a weird pick by the Wales to pick this map due to like Mikey going to be on like the Echo. Like we can see the overall like difference in damage the DPS are doing. Like they have mostly 7k both, while the DPS of the thing are only doing about 5k, but so that could be one of the
Ready for battle.
Yeah,
not
did feel like an interesting choice to me, at least.
Yeah, it's like oh, we also got a I think the Pusheens are very confident because they're bringing out the Hog Sig. Some people think Hog is a bad character. He's a great character, I swear. So many if this league. So we're looking at Space Muffin to get some really good antis to stop Purple Jesus in his track, and if they can either pick off Purple Jesus or the Mikey Mosi thing, and we're actually getting a Echo v Echo, but Nathan's gonna be able to help out sort of taking out Koi, but we're looking at some Genji gameplay by Greg Momeo, so that's gonna be an interesting thing.
It's all gonna be on this Echo duel and the timing, but the timing and the Echo duel do not go in the way of the Whales for basically any way. That's gonna be 4 picks easily for the Pusheens. They're able to build up their ultimates faster, and now Space Muffin and Centurion have to sort of back up as a team, but they're getting isolated. They're almost getting picked out here, and it's going to be a sort of Corey who has to sort of bail them out, sort of duel against that Sigma, and now they're able to regroup and maybe get a good push.
We got Rick Momeo on the good old funny Cassidy characters, and he's going on some more flanks, which I now have seen him do, and we got
Yeah, but Corey getting taken out there by Purple Jesus, but the Grim Male flank is paying off, like you're saying. They get one of the supports in Bronx, but even if you are picking up the supports, doesn't matter if your entire team is sort of getting picked up in the process. As Neopalladius and Space Muffin go down, they're on the point, but they have sort of no supports to stabilize. They already got a tick, but at this point, I don't think they can get a second yet.
Yeah, I think the tanks were on their own thing, and basically just going into like the back line. Sort of just letting Nord get that free tick, while they basically just went for the backline that entire fight. So they still have to watch out for point, and we're back to some Echo v Echo with thing, and we're looking for Greg Momeo on another flank. This time he's going into both of the tanks, which is interesting.
They're just trying to sneak up to as much as he can on their background, just standing there for what feels like hours, just timing up the perfect shot at close range, but no shot really comes through other than the shots that Nathan and Mikey are hitting in the feed. You can see, it's just, you don't even have to watch. You can just see them lighting up the feed, taking out player versus player. And the thing is, they still held on to 3 ults. Before that fight, they had 5 ults, and they only used 2. They used the Nano and the Visor, and they just pick it up easily.
We got the classic Nano Visor. We're gonna maybe get some Echo Dupe Beam on both sides. We got the shots in. We got the High Noon. We got some good thing. I'm looking to see if Purple Jesus, because they're on the flank, if he's gonna whole hog at least some people off. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and they only have a minute left, so that's basically 1, maybe 2 fights, depending on how you time it. Space Muffin and trying to keep up Nord here. Sent gets a pick on a Purple Jesus. That might be the pick they need, but no. Rebro's there, Mikey's there, the Rez is also there, and Purple Jesus is back up, all thanks to Bronx. Sent just jumps off, realizing they only have time for 1 more fight.
So we're looking for the echoes on both teams, and overall sort of the off tanks ult. We're looking for either a really good Diva bomb by Sent, or we're looking for a good flux by Reveal.
That's all going to be back on these ultimates right here, and one comes out from the Sigma, able to lift up a few people, not really able to find anything. Mikey goes down, but is picked up by none other than Bronx there, and just great job of controlling this point, finding picks when they can. Nathan finds one. The Sig ult is able to pick up the duplicating Diva, hopefully able to shut down, but no, the bomb's going to come out from Mikey as Echo. That D-Max Sent, that denies them basically any control. If you're the Whales, you have to touch. This is your final stand. Do whatever you can at this moment, but it's going to be impossible. Nathan with the Visor, Purple Jesus with the final pick, and that's going to be the map and the game for the Pusheens.
Yeah.
Play of the game.
There's the play of the game from Nort. However, yeah, that was absolutely crazy by the Pusheens. What did you like about what they were doing in these maps?
The Pusheens, I think it was just like, I think like the final point they sort of just held on and just trusted Nathan and Mikey to basically have enough space with like the Sigma Hog and like the tanks to make enough space where they can just basically shoot with no consequence. Both of them could shoot with no consequences. Well, I felt Corey had a bit more like pressure on him to go and the DPS had a lot more pressure on the team, so it was really that tank synergy, and there was a lot less pressure on the Pusheens rather than the Whales took a lot more of the pressures.
Yeah, and it's all about pressure in this situation. It's all about sort of what you can do as a team, and the Pusheens just basically had it down. But I gotta ask, I believe we're actually gonna switch calls real quick, and we're gonna actually have to decide on an MVP, the first MVP of the Gopherwatch League Season 5.5. Muffin, do you have any ideas on who you want MVP?
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna move over real quick. Be right back. Right, we back here. Muffin, who do you think for?
Like Purple Jesus, man, he just like he was on the he did like he just went over and over. Like he did great on like Gibraltar. He shined on that. He was he played like made enough space for his like team, and like overall like the first map didn't do it, but he managed to keep on switching to overall give his team an advantage the entire time, I would say. What about you? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Purple Jesus was also amazing. It felt like their entire team was just firing on all cylinders. They knew what they needed to do at what time, but at the end of the day, that all comes down to sort of the leadership on the team, the ability to sort of calm at the right times. And who else better to be the nomination for MVP than the captain, the person who is leading that charge, leading the Pusheens to victory here than Purple Jesus. So yeah, Purple Jesus as MVP. If we can get him in here in a second, we'd love to sort of break down the gameplay with him so far. Maybe get a few leaks into the Pusheens strategy going through the season. But it was 3-1. The Pusheens take down the Whales in the first map.
Oh.
All right. And I believe we do have Purple Jesus here. Welcome, Purple Jesus. How was the match? Break everything down for us.
Match was great. Team is great. We came back. Hell yeah.
All right. We're just gonna ask a couple questions here, and feel free to comment on anything. You can shout out a few of your fans, shout out a few of the players here. But like after the first map, what did you guys change? What did you guys work to improve on? Like, what was the team comms looking like at that point?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I
You're
thought
good. You're
someone-
good.
Sorry.
after the first map, which you guys didn't win. You guys won the next three, right? What did you guys change? What changed in tempo, changed in dynamic for the Pusheens?
Well, the biggest thing was just target calling. Target calling was a little all over the place for the first map. We just said, let's calm it down. Let's focus one target at a time. We noticed people flanking a lot, off-angling. We're just going to say, hey, keep your eyes out for Grigman Mail. He likes flanking a lot. We kill him. Keep your eye for Corey. He likes off-angling a lot. We kill him. We started focusing down targets together, and we just kind of took it from there, one target at a time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I could really see that in like the overall like matches to come thing. You really like took out on like the DPS of like flanking. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, overall great job. I feel like it was just like so calculated. And if I can ask, who is sort of like leading the comms for your team? Because I felt like whoever was doing an amazing job. Is it more you? Is it more on sort of like the team in a sense? How's the dynamic work for the Pusheens?
Honestly, it's the team. Everyone's doing a great job calming. Everyone's keeping track of their ults, keeping track of what they might have, calling out positions, what they want to do. I think it was just great for the last few maps for us. That's how we won. Everyone's talking, everyone's engaging, and we held them because of that. So honestly, the comms go for the whole team. We all did a great job.
Muffin, do you have any questions before I ask the typical question?
Were you surprised for them to go Nubani for like the your team to go Nubani, them picking Nubani for like the final map?
You know, I wasn't necessarily too surprised. I know Dave Grigman Mill likes playing Genji, or I think he played Cass instead. I don't know what he played, but I figured Dave would go some kind of dive comp. I wasn't too surprised with it, but I'm more confident in our dive. When we get Mikey's on his Echo character with a Mercy Pocket. I'm sleeping sound at night, so I was chilling with them. But I don't care what they played. I was feeling confident after winning those last two maps. So I was a little surprised, but not too much. We wrapped it up.
Hey, we'd love to see the confidence in the team, and we got to ask you one final question before we set you free here. If you weren't the MVP for your team, who do you feel should be the MVP?
Nathan, 100%. His soldier play, his visors were huge. His comms were excellent, and I even got him a little bit on tank as well. And he did a great job calming overall. Nathan's my MVP. It's kind of hard. Everyone did a great job, but for today, I say Nathan's my MVP.
All right, thank you so much for coming on. Great job in your match, and we're looking forward to seeing more Pusheens action throughout the rest of the weeks that we have here. But Purple Jesus, got to set you free now, so thank you.
All right, see you guys. Thank you.
Bye. All right, and I'm waiting on Fedora to tell me what we are going to do. It is 2-1 currently in favor of the Emma Skies so far in the series. Will we be able to spectate their game? That is the question. That is the most important question.
Yeah.
And we're going to switch over chats real. We have the information. Unable to join match, which means GG? Question mark? Potentially. Alright, yeah. Unfortunately, we're not able to join the other match. I believe it is being streamed, though, by somebody. If you want to go check it out, Fedora, let me know if you know, because I do not know off the top of my head. Fancy, it's in the announcements in Gopherwatch League, so I'm probably going to be going checking that out after this. I encourage you to go check it out. It does not have the beautiful caster in MuffinLumps and the amazing production in FedoraMaster, but it does have Fancy's perspective, so I'd feel free to go over there and check it out. MuffinLumps, do you want to finally close this out here?
Okay, thanks for watching. It was a great time. War, you did great. It was a fun time. I think I finally know what color casting's all about. It's about the friends we made along the way. Yeah.
Yes, of course. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great night. And this was me and Warren MuffinLumps for the first cast of the season. Looking to do many more as the season goes on. But we will see you later. And feel free to go check out that game between the Skies and the Trout. Have a nice night, everybody.